Good morning. Good morning. We're going to go over Bitcoin top-down analysis. Let's make this a quick video. We're live, and let's just go through. Bitcoin's been sliding for sure. So, right into it. Okay, so previous day, this was the other day. We always start with marking our highs and our lows. Okay, we're just going to clear this chart, start over. Okay, so previous day, Bitcoin's been sliding for days now. You know, previous day high, previous day low. We're just kind of breaking through. Last video, we're kind of tagging some liquidity, I thought. Let's jump up to the week to start, okay, real quick. And we would have highlighted this was highlighted on the previous, okay, this push breaker block right here. We're at the bottom of it. We're actually pushing, if not right to it right at the moment. So, okay, next big spot of liquidity we identified was a lot lower, okay. So if we keep pushing through this like we currently are, there is a rejection block right here. You can kind of see that. Why I'm saying that is wick down, bounced off, wick down, bounced off, wick down, bounced off. So this is actually a rejection block. So we're expecting this right here to hold price. Okay, we're expecting this to hold price. If we blow through this rejection block, we're going to end up sucking up this liquidity down here. Right? This is the next target. So we would like to see this reject from here. If it doesn't, we're coming down to that 98. And that should hold. That you would this should hold. There's a lot of liquidity left in here. I'm going to move this to right here because this is the fair value gap overlapping with this Blake breaker block, more confluence. So this is a big area for support. You would expect a lot of reaction here to the upside. We're also hoping that this acts like a support as well, rejection block support, okay? So that's our next, we already blew through all this liquidity. We've used it up and we still have a downward trend. So this is on the weekly. We're expecting this weekly to reject from this 107 area, 107,250. Okay, so it's dropped down back down to the day. So we already used, marked our highs and lows. I'm gonna delete these alarms real quick. Okay, so just so they're out the way. Okay, we're gonna drop. We can see it's still reacting. Little already reaction wick as it's taking it up as we speak. Okay, so on the daily, she's coming down. Like this was a breaker uh, order block, pretty good order block. You would have thought she kind of blew right through it. She did react to it, and then the next day blew through it. So we're just, and like right now we're reacting to this rejection block, and this is small, but that would have been a small break order block. And yeah, we're actually reacting to it, and now we got more confluence. So like, confluence is key. We got confluence of this rejection block, and then we have confluence. It's actually a little smaller. Let me zoom in. Like we actually blew through it, and then you had a little confluence of this order block, but we actually already blew through it. So we're going to use the rejection block instead. So we're blowing through all technical targets. We're moving down to this rejection block right now. Like I said, if we blew through this rejection block, which at market open in about 2 hours, see where this goes. Okay, let's move down to the 4 hour. Starting to react. See, as once we start dropping down, we're starting to react to this rejection block. We're respecting it. We tap into it. We push off it. And we're into it. You'd want to see this kind of push off, respect it. The market could open, it could come down, pick up some of this liquidity, and then start to go to the upside. The best case scenario, we would love it to see it to come down this low, and then it's launching, but they may want to save all that liquidity for a later time. But one day we will fill this. This is the best chance we've had in a while to fill it. Okay, Again, we go to the 1 hour. It's respecting. You'd want to see this push off to keep the respect, but it could come down. But it is respecting. 30-minute, same thing. Yeah, there's really no volume's low. There's no crazy moves at the moment. Okay, so Bitcoin, we're really just waiting for market open at this point. There's really nothing. Like it's not. It's like even these order blocks that you could have drawn. Yeah, we're the magnet right now is this rejection block. So everything just keeps coming down. It retests it. This is starting to reject on the 15, which we'd want to see. Starting to push back up. It's just that's what they're using. This 108.743 is like kind of their bounce. So we could see another bounce before market open, and then market open, maybe collect it. Let's move over to Solana. Start at the 4, the daily. So Solana, we have this big liquidity on down here. If you go to the weekly, okay, big amount of liquidity down here. It's already been tapped into a few times, but there's still liquidity left, and there's a lot of liquidity down here as well. I'm going to mark only the fair value gap. In theory, we know that wicked in. So it's farther away. If we mark it like that, we'll move down to the daily. It's reacting to the bottom sides of this order block, but this was healthy growth. But there is an order block here, but it was basically almost filled already once. There's a little bit more liquidity right here. This fair value gap. Solana is on a panic sell. I mean, it's just kind of burning off previous day highs, previous day lows. Look down to the 4 hour. Okay, 4 hours. See, I would like to see we're reacting off of something. Always move to the right, left. Always move to the left. On the 4 hour, we do have a small order block here on the 4 hour that we haven't ever touched. So we may come and fill this right here. So we may come and touch this little bit of liquidity on the 4 hour. That might be where like our kind of, which we were dancing around yesterday. I'm gonna say we were in the 180s, 190s, so we made this. No, this is, I could have sworn, oh, these are 185s. I was gonna say, wait, we were in the 90s. Yeah, this was yesterday. We were in the because I bought it around like the 90s, the 98s. Yeah, makes sense. So we have a little bit of this liquidity up here. If Bitcoin drops through that breaker block, that's that rejection block, sorry, we'd probably see Solana come down to the 70, 160s, 170s here if it breaks. If not, if Bitcoin just wicks down a little bit into that rejection block, I'd expect us to pick this up in the 180s. And then we should start, we gotta look for a reversal. Now, it makes kind of sense that we're pulled back. September usually closes red. This is the end of September. We're on the 26th. So, we're probably going to close the month in the red and then expect to start to rally in the next month. So it kind of makes sense. September is usually bearish. So for this to happen is probably the time for it to happen. Collect all the liquidity and get ready for the launch in Q4. There's like always 50-50. I'm bullish for the rest of the year into the start of next. There's a lot of good things in government, like a lot of good releases that are supposed to gradually start to be released that are pro Bitcoin and pro crypto. So there's a lot of good confluence. Okay, so previous day lows are acting like resistance. We keep coming to previous day lows, so we have some bearish momentum for sure. Um, current current lows and highs on the 1 hour. So we're breaking structure. This was the current swing low. We broke it. And this is the current swing high. It's like right here. It's basically the line. So that's our current swings at the moment. We're breaking through it. So we're currently in bearish momentum. Probably aiming for this as a target for now. And it's really going to dictate what Bitcoin decides to do. If Bitcoin decides to, how far it decides to wick into that rejection block. But I expect this to react here. That 187, that's on sale. Sure. I picked up at the 90s. You know, probably, you know. I'm a long term, so I was moving things around yesterday. I didn't know where it was going to go, so I purchased a little bit in the night, low 190s. But if we get down to here, purchase heavy. Purchase heavy. You know, DCA on the way down. And then, so Bitcoin, we're seeing how far we're going to come down into this. If we see mid here, I think that's probably, will suck up at least half of this through the rejection block. If not, come all the way through it and bounce off of it. So that's kind of the thought here at open. And yeah, at open. And we're looking from here, the upside, you know, but then we're coming weekend. So if we fill this on the weekend, we're sending. Yeah. I mean, today's Friday. So I believe we'll definitely hit this target. I believe we'll definitely hit this target. This is the last line of defense for Bitcoin. If we blow through this, we're going to see 105 till 98, 99. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. And everyone thought it was impossible, but we're at that point. If we don't reject off this hard today, get a rally push before the weekend, I believe the weekend we sell off. Yeah, for sure. Move over to ETH really quick. ETH hasn't really collected that big. Is this on the daily? Yeah, that's this is the weekly. So yeah, there's a lot of weekly liquidity right here on Ethereum that we haven't really tapped into. We rejected off of it. I'd expect us to fill that. It'd be healthy for Ethereum to fill that, you know. This would be a time to start looking at some leverage. If we come into these zones, like over the weekend, if we dip into these zones, I'd be looking to go long on all three of these. It's low leverage. When we're this low, we don't need to do 10x plays. 3 to 5x and just play the longer game. 3 to 5x, pick this thing up in here, shoot for all-time highs. Like it's 90% on 3x, and you're predicting your downside. Like, you know, it has to drop. Ethereum would have to drop on 3x to 25, 22 before you liquidate. No, that's possible. Yeah. See, like, so playing 10x would be risky, but going 3x, it's good. But I mean, it's possible. I mean, in the weekend, if we just keep ripping, I mean, there's a lot of liquidity left on Ethereum. Ethereum, it's a lot. Look at all this. I mean, even some down here. So, I mean, Bitcoin did hit 4K back in the day and returned right back to, say, 1800. Look how much it left behind. This is a healthy fill. Go long to 3x. But this is a lot of liquidity. This will be tapped when Bitcoin drops to like that 98 zone or even under. Okay, keep it rolling really quick. Let's keep this faster video on the daily. Liquidity on the daily acting like a resistance right now. This was even, I think it's, yeah, Drop down to the 4-hour. Price right now is reacting to nothing much on the 4-hour, 1 hour. It's really just ranging, nothing crazy. Price is just ranging. Don't see much. Drop down to the 30. Yeah, so it's been rejecting off of this order block. It's really just ranging right now. It doesn't know. Just following Bitcoin. Everything's just following Bitcoin right now. So it's really, you just look at it, it's literally following Bitcoin. So until Bitcoin knows, everyone's just mimicking their moves, because if Bitcoin dumps, everyone else is gonna follow. So there's not been anything crazy news. I believe we're gonna range until the open. Okay, 2 hours. We'll range until the open, so we may have see another little wave here. We may see another little wave. No volume at all for the open right now. So, and then picks direction. If we pick this up before the weekend, that would kind of make me nervous, because the weekends have dumps and pumps. So we may dump off on the weekend. No institutions can buy. Kind of other people are out. This could be a move. If we collect this today during intraday, we still even have to go into night into Asia and London. So I mean, see if Asia and London or New York today pick this up. If we pick this up, I'd say we have more downside for the weekend. If we kind of start to range and then we move into the night, maybe the weekend we pick this up, could go either way. But if we come down into this zone, I'd be looking to long all these, even on the weekend. I say like maybe Sunday. So market opens at Sunday Eastern New York time at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's see what direction they pick around that time. If this thing's already in this area and we're starting to get a push, it would be a time to go long. If we the market opens and it continues to drop, so I probably wouldn't want to enter any plays before that, because it's just could go either way right now. And this is a big magnet, acts like a magnet. But there's no reason they have to collect this magnet now. This could be saved for later. They will hit it one day, but we haven't really like trended this close for a while. It's not the only time we've been here. We've been here before. Let's go back to the daily. Sorry, been here before not too long ago. Like, look, this was same time more or less last month. We came here, and the fall was way more drastic. So this was way more of a panic in August last month. So let's not forget this has happened. This is days. Boom, 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 boom. It's a little more quick. It's a little quicker, but this is a lot farther of a drop. Came to this zone, rejected, but it collected all this liquidity already. But it's acting like a good rejection zone. So hey, the same thing could come. Boom. It would be more healthy if we collected this. One day we will. Like I said, this probably happened on it. Look, that's a Tuesday. Here we go. This was the same kind of scenario. Look, this is the same scenario I'm actually talking about. So this was a Thursday. Here's Friday, today. It came down. It's coming down. Weekend chop. Weekend, weekend, weekend. And then look, that Sunday into Monday open, it came down. Gave you a sign. So like, you got to watch. And then boom. Next day, Tuesday, decided to pick up. And then this is the rally we just recently had, and it got slowed down. So we had a lot of confidence, lost confidence, try to get it back, lost it. So do we break through it this time? It's possible, and we pick this up. So let's see what happens. I want to make this a shorter video. I hope there's some knowledge here. Please like, subscribe, comment. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, and your thoughts on what I think and against me, and also what you're thinking. Appreciate you guys. Take care. To the next one.